Hey, well, tonight I'm angry at Donald Trump, and I know that many of you have been angry at me over the last year because you thought that I was an unalloyed Trump supporter. I am not. I do support some of his ideas, I support some of his policies. I don't support any politician by name or by party. But why am I angry at Donald Trump? And I'm going to tell you why. Donald Trump has had an opportunity to strike a blow for all of us and a blow at his most vociferous opponents. And I'm talking about what we call the deep state, whether that's the State Department, the FBI, the Department of Justice, the CIA, all the government functionaries, all the government bureaucrats that remain in government as politicians come and go and protect their own interests. Trump has had an opportunity to strike a blow for all of us against these entities, and he has not acted. I'm talking specifically about the fact that the two greatest opponents of our deep state are Edward Snowden and Julian Assange. And why are they opponents of the deep state? Well, let's look at Edward Snowden first. Edward Snowden specifically was working as a contractor for Booz Hamilton, I believe, and he had access to CIA/FBI databases, and he realized that these entities were spying on Americans in direct contravention of US law. As a matter of fact, they are still doing so in spite of the fact that the law says that that is illegal. Edward Snowden disclosed that and then fled, fearing for his liberty and his life. He ended up in Hong Kong. He was on his way to South America, but ended up transiting through Russia, where his passport was voided by the American authorities, stranding him in Russia. Edward Snowden is not a Russian patriot. He's an American patriot. He's disclosed travesties, injustices that our own government have been committing against us, the citizens. What did Julian Assange do? Well, Julian Assange operated a site called WikiLeaks, and WikiLeaks provided a venue, an opportunity for leakers around the world to provide information as to what their governments were actually doing, whether it was war crimes, money laundering, malfeasance of all kinds. WikiLeaks provided an avenue for this information to be exposed. Both of these individuals, Julian Assange and Edward Snowden, have done creditable, commendable work. They have been representing our interests, our privacy, our security, our safety. Julian Assange, Edward Snowden, these are not entities that are against the US citizen. They are against corrupt governments, wherever they might happen to be. And Donald Trump has had an opportunity to stick his finger in the eye of the deep state by pardoning these two individuals. He may yet do so. He may pardon them on his way out the door, but it's going to be seen as an afterthought, as something that he did that doesn't have the statement that it would have had if he'd done it a year or two ago. I mean, Julian Assange is apparently near death in a London jail. He's fighting extradition to the US. They are claiming that Julian Assange, an Australian citizen, committed treason by spying on the US, which is a tortuous legal logic, but that's what they're doing. Donald Trump has been harried at every turn by the deep state. He's been impeached. There are false rumors have been floated about him, and it's been nonstop ever since he was a candidate, continuing on even when he was a president. The injustices committed against him are horrifying. The only reason that everybody is not horrified is because some of us hate Donald Trump more than we hate the injustices perpetrated against him. I don't. I think the injustices are the bigger problem. I think the deep state power is a bigger problem. Presidents come and go. Even if Donald Trump stays the president for 8 years, people who have careers in government, they're in government for 30, 40, 50 years. A president, a cabinet member, these people are transitory. They barely have an impact. And Donald Trump had an opportunity to strike a blow for all of us. If he had pardoned Edward Snowden, if he had pardoned Julian Assange, back before, when he still had the power, when it seemed like it wasn't just his last act out the door, back when he could have made a statement about it, a bigger statement. Donald Trump has let tremendous opportunities slip through his fingers. The shocking thing is, I think he's actually too nice a guy, and he's tried to make peace with the deep state. And as witness to that, I'll point to him having invited deep state figures into his government, figures like Pompeo, figures like Bolton, God forbid. And Donald Trump, if he had realized that these guys were at war with him and would take no quarter, Donald Trump might have taken a different approach. He may be too nice for his own good. Wouldn't that be ironic? In any case, Julian Assange and Edward Snowden should be pardoned. The crimes they committed were against the deep state. They were not against us. They were crimes for us. They benefited us. They exposed things that we should want exposed. Donald Trump should be their fan. He was back when he was running for election. What has happened to him? This is why I'm angry at Donald Trump. I rest my case. Please, the Donald, do something. Isn't it time we woke up?